Hello friends, welcome back to Penny for the Soul. I have another music story for you today. We are going to be meeting Braz Gonsalves, one of India's greatest saxophone players. Now Braz, who is 90 years young and who lives in Goa, is considered to be one of the pioneers of fusion jazz in the country. Now he's had the privilege of playing with the greats like Charlie Byrd, Eddie Daniels, Louis Banks, Zakir, Hussain, even Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, Hariprasad, Chaurasia and Shivamani in his long and illustrious career. Closer home, his own wife Yvonne is a professional singer. Their daughter Sharon is a singer. The son-in-law Darryl plays the keyboards professionally, and the grandson Jarryd is now the rising star of the saxophone in India. So come and meet the family. Good morning, Braz. Thank you for giving us this interview. I'm going to ask you, like I just said, what does the saxophone mean to you? I'm sure it's more than just an instrument.
Means to me a lot. Yeah. When I was small boy, somebody used to come to my place from Hussain to play with my father's band. And after their gig, they used to keep his instrument in my place. And that moment, I was about 7, 8 years old. I used to go there and see this like a very beautiful piece of soprano saxophone. And what I did is I took it out and I took the reed and I knew a little bit to blue. That gives me so much feel like what John Coltrane played after many years. And after hearing John Coltrane, I started playing soprano saxophone. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Now she is playing. And I wanted to do more and more of Coltrane and this and that. And they mentioned on the downbeat, one of the jazz yatra.
Yeah.
So Braz Gonsalves is India's John Coltrane.
India's John Coltrane, yeah. Absolutely. Braz, you played a lot in Kolkata. I mean, Calcutta of yesteryears and Kolkata now. So you played in the 70s and many years.
In Calcutta, I played all together 6 years.
16 years.
No, 6 years. 12 years.
12 years. 6 plus 6, yeah. So 12 years of playing jazz music in Calcutta. So what makes Calcutta special?
Jazz music. Jazz is very important for me, and I played with very good musicians
in Calcutta.
Very good pianists. You don't get them anywhere. But Calcutta full of those days. Full of Anglo-Indians. Just the British just left all the Anglo-Indians. They used to come in the restaurant. And when I was playing my first gig in the restaurant, it's called Macambo.
Yes.
Mukambur. And there was one girl singing, her name was Pam Crane.
Yes, famous.
She was young girl that time.
Hmm.
And she was singing and she was under contract and this and that. She sang there. And I had a chance to, play together. And about 6 months, and then she shifted to Hong Kong.
Okay.
She had a manager.
Huh.
Yes, it used to take them anywhere.
Braz, you have been all over the world, playing fusion jazz, pure jazz. So tell us a little about some of your world tours,
Yeah, suddenly someone came and asked me to, they owned me at, what place is it?
Macau, yeah.
Macau.
Yeah.
Macau. So I went there, Macau, and we had a big band concert there.
Wonderful.
Mostly Japanese, Filipinos, and we had a Joy Sherrill, Duke Ellington's singer.
Wow.
She flew from America.
Wow.
She came and sang with us, and she brought her music.
How nice.
Yeah. And this band was contained about 13 musicians.
13 musicians.
13 musicians.
And you were the only Indian.
I'm only Indian. I was playing tenor sax.
Tenor sax. How nice.
Yeah. So.
Must be memorable.
Yeah, very memorable this tour. And they brought an announcer from Portugal. His name is Luis Vilas de Boas.
Okay.
His name.
Yeah.
He was announcing our whole concert and this and that. And then they gave me one place to play solo, my own solo. Solo. And I played solo. You don't know what love is. And first those musicians, they were saying something about me, but I could not understand. Hindu, something like that. Yeah. They thought that I'm going to play Indian ragas or something. I play. Yeah. So I played this ballad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that announcer gave you the chance to come to Portugal?
Right. So then what happened? I played the ballad, and everybody liked it, and all the other musicians, Japanese and all other musicians, they looked at me. It's cool train, they sing. Yeah. So that was it, and then I went backstage, and I met Luis Vilas de Boas from Portugal. He said, Braz Gonsalves from Goa. I am going to take you to Portugal next year. We are going to play with I'm having a big concert.
How nice.
Lots of musicians come there.
How nice.
And he arranged to forming ticket and everything, place to stay and this and that, and I went and played in Portugal with other musicians. I went alone. So I had to make my own quartet there to choosing other musicians from other bands.
How nice.
Many musicians are there. So there was a pianist, Marcos Rizandi.
Okay.
He was from where is that? Marcos Rizandi, Brazil.
Okay, Brazilian.
Very good pianist. And we had a bass player from America.
Okay.
He's also very good bass player. And there was a drummer. He was singing with American girl,
Okay.
Nancy Wilson.
Oh, nice.
Nancy Wilson. And so I played with this group, and we played a lot of stuff, and it was very successful.
Wonderful.
Very nice to
Great
play with musicians like that. You don't get
World-class musicians.
world-class musicians. And I played with them, and 3 months I stayed in Portugal playing all over Portugal.
All over Portugal.
Portugal, I played with them. I performed the group and played.
Fascinating, fascinating. So Braz, finally, I want you to talk about your grandson Jarryd, because he's playing the saxophone now.
Yeah.
What do you think about his skills?
He is gone over my head. He is very, very talented. He used to come and sit here on this, and I'm sitting there, and both of us. I'm showing him all the scales, how to play jazz and how to do that and all that. We started, and then I give him so many things, and I had also a book on scales or new form of music.
Wow.
Like Miles Davis and all these people, and that what is doing now is advanced music is doing.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So he's literally taking your legacy forward.
Yeah. And I'm glad because, and I'm very, very happy for him because he's doing marvelous.
Yvonne, you had a small break and now you're back to singing in Goa, at clubs and restaurants. So, what does singing mean to you?
Oh wow. Singing, that is a passion. I just live, breathe, do music, and singing is like everything.
It's like second nature to you.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, and also like not just jazz. I did everything. Like earlier I was singing with Braz in the band in Bombay.
Yeah.
We not just do jazz because you can't bring up your family, your bread and butter. You can't live on jazz.
Yeah.
So we had to do the pop things also. So Braz was playing in different hotels.
Yeah.
I wasn't singing when the kids were very small, but as they grew and we put them into boarding school, I accompanied Braz and I was in the band with Braz.
I wanted to ask you about your happiest moments as a professional singer. Any anecdote or memory?
Oh yeah, I did I was very, very thrilled when way back in 1980, the second jazz yatra they had.
Yeah.
I think it was that.
In Mumbai.
In Mumbai, maybe 78 or 80.
Yeah, don't worry about the year. Yeah.
I was singing a C-Rock with Braz and Louis.
Yeah.
When there was during that yatra, there was a black gospel jazz band led by Chaplain Roberts.
Wow.
The two main singers of his, Jean Deshawn and Mary Deek.
Yeah.
And Chaplain Roberts heard me at the restaurant, and he said, "You have to sing with us."
Oh wow.
Me. He said, yes. You got not just at the chorus, the choral group, but lead singing up with my singers.
With an American band.
Yeah. So it's most. I don't know if I deserved that at that time, but I was really thrilled because it was
To sing as a lead singer with the American gospel band.
Yes.
How nice.
Yeah.
So I had this final question to you, and that is your whole family, your immediate family I'm saying, is there are 5 musicians now.
Yeah.
The 2 of you, that's Braz and you, and then your daughter Sharon,
Yes.
son-in-law Darryl, and grandson Jarryd, So,
And may I add this?
Yes.
We have one more daughter, my younger daughter Laura,
yeah,
who is a fantastic musician,
Wow.
singer.
Wow.
She's in Canada,
okay.
but does not sing now.
Professionally, yeah. So that explains. So
Yeah.
what's the secret?
Oh, it's just a God-given talent, I guess, and by God's grace, we're still making use of it and can carry on.
Wonderful.
I'll sing till my last breath.
Yeah. How nice. We are lucky.
Praise God. Thanks to all the people who appreciate
Yeah,
us.
no. We are all.
Give us all the joy.
Yeah, we are all fortunate too. So so you agree with that, no, Braz?
Yeah, sure. We very much agree.
And of course,
And
Sharon is also-
my daughter Laura, she studied at Hamburg College of Music
Wow.
in Canada.
in Canada.
Wow. So she
Yeah.
studied professional
And
piano.
not to say, and one more thing, of course, Sharon and Darryl,
Yeah.
they are doing their own thing in their own.
They have their own band and they're
Yeah.
professional musicians.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a try. It ain't for no guy catching me. Switch your own telephone number. Well, I'm doing my rumba with you now. I'm tapping my silent door. Yeah, I'm tapping my silent door. Jonathan Furtado, guitar, and Darryl Rodrigues, saxophone. Thank you. Make me feel as only you know how. Sway now. Sway me, make me, thrill me, hold me, bend me, ease me. You have a way with me.
So good afternoon. So nice to have Sharon and Darryl also here. So Sharon, tell me first up that with such gifted parents, how much of that influenced your own music?
Ever since you were little, I think we were in Calcutta, Daddy used to be always practicing in the house, and then we used to all live together in an apartment building. The entire band, was there that was working.
Oh, wow.
It was working in one of the hotels in Calcutta. So every Monday there would be a jam session. That was the off day. So that would, I think that initially my sister and I both were very influenced because we actually had Louis bands and Pancrane and everybody
At home.
And it would be like, I used to hear Pam singing and Daddy playing, Louis also playing. So I think from a very young age we were so used to listening to that kind of music, and at that time Mom was not singing. So I think initially we got our first influence from that, from there, and then gradually when we moved on to Bombay, then we began learning the guitar, and then we used to sometimes go for the jazz yatras, so.
Darryl, my question to you is, you are a keyboardist and you're a musician in your own right, but with such gifted in-laws. How has that influenced you in a way, I mean, after marriage, let's say, to Sharon?
Yeah, actually, I was a studied pianist. My father was a classical pianist.
How nice.
And he was good, and I learned classical piano through him.
Yeah.
And then I decided, let me go and explore Bombay. So that's how I went to Bombay, and I met Sharon. She joined our band, and that's how I met Braz and Yvonne. And
Wonderful.
yeah, of course, Braz is, I was just knew basic chords and things like that. But with Braz, I learned a lot because he was, he taught me and showed me that there were, besides these basic chords, there were extended chords. Then there was improvising on scales and things like that. And then I learned a lot from there.
Far from people, leave my goes smoking, and when he passes, each girl he passes goes on. When he walks, he's like a summer that swings so cool and sways so gentle. When he passes, each girl he passes goes on. Oh, how I watch him so sadly. How can I tell him I love him? Yes, I would give my heart gladly.
So, good afternoon, Jarryd. So, I am very keen to ask you some, important questions. One is, first up is, what is the biggest lesson you have learned from your grandfather, Braz Gonsalves?
Yeah, my granddad's taught me a bunch of things, but I think most important lesson is how to be a good human being. Just how to be humble in spite of all the great things and achievements and milestones he has passed. Uh, he has still, still he still remains a very humble and genuine person, very down to earth, no ego, nothing like that. So yeah, that's the greatest lesson, and he's kind of taught me that by example. Just by how he goes about his day to day life and how he interacts with other people and treats other people. So yeah, that's the greatest thing that he has taught me.
Lovely. Um, Jarryd, the other question is, you have been lucky to really even play with him, on stage. So, how is that experience, when you have somebody as eminent as him playing with you?
Yeah.
Is there a lot of learning?
Of course, I mean, playing with him is surreal. It's yeah, I don't know how many people. I mean, it's. I feel very blessed and fortunate to have had the chance to share the stage with him. I mean, even though he's my granddad, but the fact that his aura and his presence when he's on stage only, it's something else. It's just when he also plays something, it's so inspiring and so kind of what do you call it? It's out of this world. It's he goes to a whole other dimension when he's sort of like in his zone doing his thing. Everything is played by feel, and he pours his heart out when he's playing, and that's super inspiring for me, and also to other musicians around him. Just kind of I think lifts everyone up. I mean, bar the audience, but I mean, of course, the audience hears it, but even us being on stage, we kind of feel that energy, and then yeah, it's
Wonderful.
it's
Great.
amazing.
So finally, I wanted to ask you, carrying forward his legacy, does that put pressure on you as a performer?
Not really. In some ways, maybe like when people try and compare me to him. But my granddad has always encouraged me to be my own person. Right from when I took up the instrument and I said, okay, this is something that I want to take up seriously. He said that, see, look, all of us have to try and achieve our own sound, and our own sound is our own identity as a musician. That's what our own sound is. And every musician, he believes that every musician should try and attain that, and that's something that I believe in as well. Is to just is obviously learn from different people, learn from those who came before me, including my granddad, the ones who came before him, and stuff like that. Learn from them, try and imitate them at first, be inspired, but ultimately it's about achieving your own sound. So yes, I'm not trying to be like my granddad. When people tell me, oh, like Braz Gonsalves is a grandson, you're a saxophonist as well. Yeah, I mean that there is a sort of there are some sort of expectations that come with it. I know, but I've always been encouraged, and I always believe that yeah, I'm my own person, and I'm gonna try and just uh, be the best version of myself that I can be.